Why is Soipan Tuya in a docket as sensitive as defense? Is it because number one has made her pregnant?
Yes, how are you everyone? How was your day? A few days back, AOKO was abducted by DCI and the Kenyan police, and he was taken to be charged, and he went on to be charged. Here the case is facing is called defamation, because she has been always coming out to condemn William Ruto. Of late, he was also mixing in Raila Amolo Odinga for joining government. It is okay for any person to come out and criticize government, okay? But there is a thin line between criticizing and defamation. In fact, defamation is a crime. A person who can be defamed is not only a person in politics. Even among ourselves, you can defame a person. But the onus is upon that one who has taken a case in court to prove that indeed you defamed him. Because there are some people who are not defamable. A judge can ask whether you are defamable or not. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the charge sheet which was slapped on AOKO, what it means for Kenyan politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So, AOKO has been an ardent critic of William Ruto and his entire Kenya Kwanza government. It is okay to criticize government, and of late he has been mixing in opposition leaders who decided to dine with government. In fact, this is one of the moments where the opposition is seen in bad light after joining government, amidst when the Gen Zs had rose up to ask for more. In fact, AOKO was very, very annoyed about this. He went on to fire salvos to each and every cabinet secretary, and 90% of these things she said were right, because there are some people who entered in government who are not competent. That's the fact. But I know politics in Kenya, that move was political, to borrow some energies so that these people can defend the government. That's why right now every cabinet secretary who was picked went on to defend Ruto. We saw Pio Anda in Siaya, he defended Ruto. We saw Joho, we saw Paranya today in Kakamega, he defended Ruto. So it was a political move to buttress Ruto's support. So AOKO was arrested by DCI. Although I condemn the way she was arrested, because a person like AOKO, you just need him to summon him to the Kenyan police. He will bring herself. This system of going in people's houses, break them and abduct them is unconstitutional. In fact, it is pulling back the democracy in Kenya. I keep on telling people that in Kenya has the biggest democracy in East Africa. I know we are fighting to get better, but it is the biggest democracy in East Africa. You cannot compare it to Uganda, you cannot compare it to South Sudan, you cannot compare it to Tanzania, you cannot compare it to Rwanda. Even the civil liberties, they are way more higher than any country in East Africa. So going to abduct a person in his home is a pullback, okay? But what AOKO said, defaming a president that he has a child in Soipan Tuya, was uncalled for, because in every jurisdiction, if you defame a president, it is a crime. In every jurisdiction, even those bigger democracies. So there must be a line when you are firing salvos to government. In fact, here is a sneak peek of what AOKO said. Here's a tape.
Why is Aden Duale, a non-terrorist, back in government? Why is Kipchumba Murkomen back in this government, when his obnoxious and ostentatious lifestyle is part of what birthed the revolution in the first place? Why is Alfred Mutua back in government, a man who cannot even maintain his marriage, a serial divorcee, who was snatched his wife by a ghetto boy? Why is Soipan Tuya in a docket as sensitive as defense? Is it because number one has made her pregnant? Why are these names back in government? Why is Davis Chirchir back in government, the most corrupt man that we know in this regime? Faggots, gay men, drug barons, sex pests, and thieves. Why is Joho in this government? Anon El Chapo. Who else? Why is Wandai? His ineptitude is legendary. In his constituency, literally, there's nothing you can account for.
That is her. So for me, I think these cases may not see the light, although it is a system of making those who are speaking out to be cowed. That's the truth. But also, even those who speak, I tell people who do media here in Kenya that we must learn how to communicate. Sometimes if you don't have evidence about something, you can say purportedly or allegedly, something like that. Because even that, if you say purportedly, allegedly, do all your own research, it gives a leeway of even when you are taken to court, you can be vindicated. But if you come out to defame sitting president, by the sitting president is a symbol of honor. In every jurisdiction, they will come for you, even in America or anywhere. Okay, so AOKO, as a person who is fighting for civil liberties, I pray that she is released. Just that she should continue polishing on her way he makes his statements, so that he can avoid future things like this. But also, a democracy like Kenya, I wouldn't expect someone to go and abduct AOKO from her home. That's the truth. It is demeaning the democracy in Kenya. It is bad light for the Kenyan leadership. That's the truth. Okay, so there must be a difference. This goes to both those who criticize government and those in government. We must learn how to communicate, but also the government must not take action in such ways by abducting. They must summon people. Of course, there's more opinion. Do me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.